Today on State of the Art, I am speaking with Micaela Moreno, a Latin dance instructor, and Gordon Williams, who are organizers for Bailemos Beaumont, a social Latin dance group. The group has dance events every month at different venues throughout the area for the community to come together to have fun and spend the evening dancing. Gordon Williams shares how the group got its start.
Salsa dancing actually started in this area in the early 2000s, down on Crockett Street. People were offering lessons, and Amber, Ambrose, Lauren Richard, BJ Martinez, JC Garcia, Lenny Caballero was putting together the nights at Crockett Street. So that's kind of where it all started, and we've been lucky to kind of have some type of community build up around it all this time. And Micaela was the first to start after the pandemic over at Poor Brothers. And
Poor Brothers Brewery.
Yes, this is going to be the first time we're going to be back at Salsa Cotton Creek Winery. So this is technically our 13th anniversary. It's about celebrating the community.
Yeah.
The people and the spirit and
and
enjoying life.
Yeah, shout out to those people who started it and brought it to this area because of what they did. Gordon started this 13 years ago. Because of Gordon being here 10 years ago, I was able to expand my knowledge in the dance, but also just be a part of this community that is so fantastic.
Is it just salsa that y'all do, or do you do other forms of Latin dance?
All other forms. So we do salsa, bachata, merengue, cha-cha, cumbia. We throw in a little reggaeton. One of my favorite memories is Gordon always throws in the cha-cha slide every salsa night. So there's line dances, but we are also open to other forms of Latin dance. We have a gentleman from Colombia that just introduced a new version of salsa at the last salsa night we had at the brewery. So those 5 main categories that I mentioned are what we have, but when we get other people from different countries that have other styles of dance that come in, we welcome that with open arms.
It's also one of those things with the line dances. Some people are not going to dance at the beginning of the night.
Right.
But when they see somebody doing the Cupid Shuffle, and it's like, oh, I know that. That's that entryway to get them on the dance floor.
That gateway.
That's the gateway. And then they end up being there most of the night.
Mm-hmm. How often do y'all get together to dance?
Since the pandemic, we now have, starting up with the winery, we have 4 different places in Beaumont a month that you can come out and social dance. One is on a Tuesday, one's on a Friday, one's on a Saturday, and another on a Thursday. And so we rotate through different venues throughout the community and different instructors. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Meg Brown is teaching at a location, Signature Kitchen. And it's one of those things where it's a community.
Yes.
We want to have that interaction and understanding that, hey, let us know what's going on so we can be there to support one another because people want to dance.
Yes, the instructors in this area are just, they work together so beautifully because all of us are of the mentality that people who do the same thing are not your competition. In fact, that's one of the reasons I believe our community's been able to revamp after the pandemic, whereas a lot of other extracurriculars just haven't.
Nobody owns dance.
Nobody owns salsa. That's right. Nobody owns it.
You mentioned instructors. So if somebody who is like me have never really done any salsa or Latin dances.
So I feel like I am kind of the gateway in the sense of you come to an event that I'm teaching at. I'm going to teach you the basics to get you out there on the dance floor. We have a lot of people that come back as their confidence grows. They're able to help new people coming in. So it just kind of builds a system. And then when they find out about Micaela, they can go to her to learn more advanced lessons.
I have Alegria Dance Studio, so I teach workshops that are a little bit more focused on just improving your skill in salsa or bachata that's outside of the social setting. So what we'll see oftentimes is they'll start off at a social, and the basics, that class, once they master that, they're hungry for more. And so in Beaumont, that's my fun part, is being able to have people come in for 45 minutes to an hour and teach them more past just the 8 count that they learned at the social. And we haven't really had that in this area. Everybody's pretty much gone to Houston for those extensive classes and workshops. So I'm really more privileged to be able to offer that to this community.
For those that want to come out and join, they'll get a little bit of instruction as to what to do. So that's going to be early on in the evening tonight?
Yes.
Yes. So lessons will happen from 7 to 8 or so, and then social dancing from 8 to 11.
You know, a lot of times people show up and they want to be comfortable. And they want to be in the right, I want to say, attire.
So
I am not mansplaining this. Go ahead.
for my ladies, I will say the word that you mentioned earlier is most important, comfortable. Our community really has a wide variety. There's some women that prefer high heels and a cocktail dress every salsa night, and they will show up decked, and that's what they're comfortable in. I have a student right now that I have in my head who is always in sneakers, sweatpants, and she looks fantastic. So whatever you're comfortable in will show on the dance floor. So if you're not comfortable with high heels and a cocktail dress, come in what you are comfortable with.
What if you either are not part of a couple or you are one of those that you're in a couple, but one half is like, I don't dance?
I love this question.
No. It's a strange thing because there's some nights to where some partners, some men I have seen, they are very considerate and they know that I'm not a dancer, but they're like, hey, would you mind dancing with my wife? Mm-hmm. She loves to dance. It's one of those things to where there are sometimes the woman may eventually coax the man to come out to the floor. And it's one of those things to where being a lead, you're definitely being masculine. You're being strong.
Yeah.
You're supporting your partner. You're giving them direction. It's masculine. So getting them to buy into that concept, and once they see it, a light bulb kind of comes off. And if they see that enjoyment in their partner, girlfriend, wife, it kind of rekindles something.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I would like to thank Micaela Moreno and Gordon Williams for speaking with me today. You can join them for some social salsa dancing tonight at Cotton Creek Winery in Beaumont, with instruction starting at 7 p.m. and social dancing from 8 to 11 p.m. For more information about their group, look for Bailemos Beaumont on Facebook. For State of the Art, this is Alicia Hargreaves.